Really?
No.
So surprised at that. Arno, we just had a chat with Ryan, and he spoke about his dad's been telling him to shoot more. What have you been telling him?
Hopefully other dads say the same then against other players. What did I tell him? Nothing specific. I didn't tell him to shoot more, but he's been in and around the box a few times more now. But the main thing he needs to do, of course, is set up our attacks and organize the rest defense. But once in a while he can be a help offensively also, and that's what he's done a few times already this season. And yeah, this weekend he had a little bit of luck because it was a deflection. Because if Ryan has to shoot with his left, I wonder if his dad tells him to shoot with his left. But the deflection meant that it led to a goal.
What update can you give us at the moment on Isak, Frimpong and Alisson and their respective recoveries?
That they're all three not available for tomorrow.
Any timescale as yet?
Jeremy and Alisson will both also be not available for Sunday. And with Alex, we have to wait and see. Definitely not starting on Sunday, but Sunday, yeah. But maybe he can be involved in the squad, but he's still not training with the team, so we have to wait and see.
After the win over Villa, how pivotal a moment could this be in the season, do you think? Obviously with Real Madrid to come and a place in the top 8 at stake, but also the fact that you've got Manchester City, and whether that comes into any of your thinking ahead of this game against Real Madrid?
No, the Sunday game is not in my thinking when it comes to the lineup for tomorrow, because there are, I think, 4 days in between, where we've had a lot of moments this season where there were only 2 days in between. Like tomorrow, but that is maybe for the first time this season. For the away phase, it's the same. So many other times when we only had 2 days rest, we faced a team that had a week rest, or 3 days rest, or 4 days rest. So for tomorrow, that's exactly the same for both teams. So the lineup for tomorrow will have nothing to do with what happens on Sunday. The good thing is that we won on Saturday, but yeah, that was about time for us to start winning a game of football again.
And obviously it could be Trent's first return to Anfield. I just wonder, I mean, Ryan said that he's going to give him a hug. What kind of reception will he get from yourself, and what kind of reception do you hope that Anfield gives Trent as well?
No, I can only tell you what kind of reception he gets from me. I have great memories on the player and on the human being. He was our vice captain. He was my vice captain last season. I have memories working with him who were only positive, and I have memories when I was watching him in front of the television, which are only positive as well. I can remember multiple great moments of him wearing the Liverpool shirt. So he will get a warm welcome by me, and let's first wait and see if he's on the pitch tomorrow, and how our fans will react. I have no clue how that's going to be, but he gets a warm welcome from me, that's for sure.
Thank you.
One day for flash score. Of course, it has been a very tough period for the club and the team. I would like to ask you if you could send a message to the Liverpool fans after all the defeats in the last weeks and the win against Aston Villa last Saturday. It would be a message of hope, it would be a message of patience, it would be an apology. What would you like to say to the Liverpool fans? Thank you.
You already gave a lot of answers in your question, but I can say to them, show up tomorrow and help us again like you did Saturday. So they were a big help for the team. And again, tomorrow we face a team that is on a great run of form, like Villa was as well. And then it's always very pleasant to play at home, because in the run of form we had, we almost only played away games. Yeah, I think Anfield showed Saturday how important they can be for the team. So let's hope the players and the team and the fans can do the same tomorrow evening. Rich.
Hi Arno, you've got the same 2 fixtures back to back as you had last season with Real and Manchester City. I mean, you obviously won them both last year. Is it a kind of test for where you are as a team now to have those 2 games again?
Every game we play is a test, especially because we are a new team. It's not the same because last season we played them both at home, and now one of them is away. It's not the same because last season we faced Real Madrid, who had many injuries, and now they haven't. It's not the same because last season we were a different team than we are now. We're with them. When now all the injuries are back, they have the same squad and added a few. And City made a few changes like us as well. So, but every game we play at this moment of time, oh, by the way, every single time is always a test to see where we are. And that was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and that's this week.
Hola Arne, aquí José Padilla, de Defensa Central, en español. El otro día...
From 128 to at least 215 live games.
So if you get enough of your team this season, upgrade to Sky Sports today. Just search Get Sky Sports.
How big a team Real Madrid are in Europe? Steven Gerrard's comments that he said that they expect, be patient, we can expect Liverpool to beat Real Madrid. That's what he says.
I always find it really hard to react on if you say what someone else said, because it wouldn't be the first time in my life if someone changes a few words. This has happened by me a lot of times when media goes to different managers and then say something what I supposed to have said. So I don't know what Steven exactly said. He's a big fan of Liverpool, he's a big fan of the current team, and he wants us to win, but I have no clue what he exactly said. To what you are saying, yes, we are facing a very good team that has been so successful in Europe for so many years and are so successful again this season. We have a great team, a great manager and great individual players. So we respect the opponent a lot. Like Steven Gerrard does, I'm not 100% sure that he rates Real Madrid very high as well. But he also rates Liverpool very high. And I'm not going to comment on what you said, he said, because I'm not 100% sure if that is exactly what he said.
There's in front.
Hola, entrenador, en español. Te quiero preguntar,
Can I ask you, what principal changes have you seen in Real Madrid this season based on the version that you saw last season, the team that they were last season, and what you expect to find tomorrow on the pitch?
For me, it's hard to compare them this game with last year. I just said it already, because last season when they played here, they had many injuries, and now they haven't, and they kept a lot of the team the same. I see a lot of similarities between last season. Xavi is doing an incredible job at Madrid, but Carlo Ancelotti did the same. He won a lot. They've added a few new players, so that can always influence playing style maybe a little, but I saw last season a very good Real Madrid, and I see that now as well. So they've always been in this competition a big force. I think 15 times semi-finals in the last. I don't even know how many semi-finals or more they've played in the last few years. So very good team, but we are a very good team as well.
Hola Arne, en español, aquí Nico Díaz Menéndez para Televisión Española. Quería
I wanted to ask you about how has Xabi Alonso got his most talented strikers, forward players to defend as well, and what about his legacy here as well, Xabi Alonso? And what type of legacy do you think Xabi Alonso has left here at Liverpool?
The first question you shouldn't ask me, you should ask him, because I don't know what he did. And like I said, they were for multiple years with Carlo Ancelotti very successful. You can tell me, but how many Champions League did Carlo won over there at Madrid? Four. That's not too bad. We can only talk with a lot of respect about his period over there. And Xabi now does very well. They only lost one game, won the rest. So the second question was what kind of impact he had over here. Yeah, he won the Champions League over here, And I can only tell you, because his playing time is quite a long time ago, but I did watch football back then, that he's been very influential in the way he played. But people like Tony, who's sitting next to me, are also very positive about the human being he was over here. So I think everybody talks with a lot of respect about the player he was, but also about the human being he was here in Liverpool.
Hi Arne. We've seen Dominic Szoboszlai excel in plenty of positions this season, but on Saturday against Aston Villa, we saw what he can really bring to that number 10 position. He was dropping deep and helping with the build-up, but also helping in attack, shots off, and leading the press. I wondered, what's the key to being able to keep those qualities in the team when Florian Wirtz is playing as the number 10?
How to keep, sorry, the last?
How to keep those qualities of pressing, of helping with the build-up, but also affecting the attacking game once Florian Wirtz is playing in 10?
But then he plays in a different position. If Florian plays, then he plays in a different position, and he can bring all the things you just said in that other position. Yeah, it may be a bit different if you are playing at 10 or at 8 or at a right fullback, but he's, like you said, I think has been very influential in every game. We've played in every position I've played him. So every game, maybe, how do I say this? Ask different things from a number 10 or from a number 2 or from a number 8, depends on the playing style of the opponent. How important is pressing in a game? I think it was a bit more important against Villa than all the other home games we've played.
Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm here to talk apps. Real apps you can build in minutes with Base 44. This finance app solves your business headaches. Tracking invoices, managing clients, keeping payments in check, all in one place.
Why have I got adverts? What is going on? Big up the chat, by the way. Fucking advert. Go away, man. Oh my God. Go away. Don't want a full advert. Oh, fuck this shit. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with that bollocks. Big up everyone, man. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I thought the press conference might be something exciting. It weren't. Yeah, can't be bothered, man. Can't be bothered. It is what it is. Big up the chat, man. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope you're all having a blessed day. Yeah, man, we've got stuff to talk about. Obviously, Liverpool actually won a game of football against Aston Villa on the weekend, giving Liverpool a bit of a boost going into the busy week coming. Obviously, we've got Madrid tomorrow, and then we got Man City on Sunday. So, yeah, Liverpool got a lot going on. A lot going on this week. And there's been a lot of discussion, man. There's been a lot of discussion about Liverpool's win against Aston Villa. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I haven't spoke about it yet. Obviously, we did the watch along for it. Big up to everyone who joined me on my Big Up channel doing that watch along. Do appreciate you all. It was a great watch along. But I haven't spoke about it since. I've been a little bit busy. So I want to speak about the situation now. What, in my opinion, about everything about Liverpool. And yeah, we're going to get to it, guys. So settle in, get yourself a drink, chill out, relax, and we're going to get on with it. Big up the chat. Make sure you're hitting a like. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe and share. I think we've got like 100 people in the chat, so make sure you're hitting a like button. Let's get to 100 likes as quick as we humanly can. So, are Liverpool back? Are Liverpool back? The answer to that is obviously not yet. It was one win, and it was one good performance. So we're not back yet, but I was pleased with the performance and the victory. Now, I have seen a lot of people saying that Liverpool didn't actually play that well, which I don't think is true at all. I think Liverpool did play well. Some people saying they didn't see any system difference, which, you know, I did personally. Maybe it's just me. And a lot of people were saying it was Aston Villa played the kind of game that Liverpool like, and that's why we got the victory, because Aston Villa were dog shit. A lot of these things are true.
I'm not going to disagree with a lot of these things. A lot of these things are true. You know, the way Aston Villa played does help Liverpool in the way they want to play. There's no doubt about that, man. No doubt about that. But I do think it's a bit sometimes hypocritical when we say, you know, we can't tell teams to play long ball because we're not good against that. But when teams play their way, that isn't long ball, we win them games. We just moan that the team that we just played a style that suited us, and that's the only reason we won the game. Because to me, that just seems a bit hypocritical. I understand it and I get it. I really do. But when we're saying as a fan base, we can't play against teams that play free at the back and play long ball, and our manager says that. But when we play against a team that doesn't do that and we win, we're moaning that the team play to our strengths. I find that just a little bit hypocritical. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we moan at the manager about that. We can't moan at the manager about that when we are moaning we won a game of football just because the way the opposition played suits the way we play. Then we're sounding like the manager that we're moaning about. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. Be up Nicky in the chat. Be up Kingsman. Be up my man Connor Taroon. Be up to you as well. The performance against Villa was a lot better. There were still elements of the game that were concerning. But as I keep saying, I don't expect Liverpool just to be perfect, you know, like that after a bad run of results. Now, with Aston Villa the perfect team for Liverpool go against after 4 losses? Maybe, because of the way Aston Villa play. Did we learn anything in this game against Aston Villa? Probably not. But it is a moral, you know, boost just getting a victory. I thought we played well games. No one's perfect, yeah. No one's perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect football team. You know, you do give up chances because of the way we play, our style of play. We do give up 1 or 2 chances. But apart from that, I actually think we controlled the whole game against Aston Villa. And that's the one thing I did like from us. That is the one thing I did like from us, is that I thought we controlled the game a lot better than we've controlled games in the past. You know, our control was very good in that game. We pressed in midfield. I haven't seen Liverpool press in midfield for a long time. So the pressing was a lot better. Their mistake for the goal came because of our pressing. We have to say that. You know, they made a mistake at the back because of our pressing. So you have to contribute Liverpool to that goal as much as Aston Villa. You know, and then we just got on top of them and controlled the game. And it was a good performance. It's a performance that, you know, I'm not going to sit here and bitch and moan about. We won the game. I've seen a lot of depressed Liverpool fans in the last 48 hours over a football game we won. I just think it's crazy. I think sometimes you got to enjoy the moment. No, you know, you got to enjoy the moment. We had a decent performance, not a great performance, but we had a decent performance. Some of the players looked a lot better, and we got the win. So in the moment, I think you can enjoy it. I really do. You know, that's just me. I think there's a lot of people, you know, unhappy still. I understand why people are unhappy, because they're not playing Liverpool are not playing the football that they want them to play at the moment. They're not playing with the style that they feel like they should be playing with at the moment. And I get it. There's also things to our game still after the Aston Villa game that I weren't completely happy with. Situations in our game where I feel, you know, apart from Ekitike and the goalkeeper, it was Jurgen Klopp's team that Slot went and used again, and basically went to the tactics we used last season. You know, he went back to basics. Is one thing as well. The one thing I will say, be up, Fran, The one thing I will say is that I've been asking the manager just to go back to basics for about 3 weeks now. This is what I've been begging the manager to do. And the manager went back to basics in this game. He went back to pretty much last season's tactics, you know, put out pretty much last season's team, and it got the job done. Did Villa play into our hands? Yeah, because of the way Villa play. But again, I can't be sitting here being hypocritical at the fact that Villa play the way that suits us. I can't be hypocritical about it when we moan about our manager complaining about teams that don't play a way that suits us. Do you know what I mean? We're just sounding like the manager then that we're all moaning about. But there's still things out of that game we need to talk about. Performances we need to talk about. Players we need to talk about. You know, Dominic Szoboszlai again, as I keep telling everyone, and I've been telling everyone for a while now, is an elite midfielder. You know, because he's not fancy, he doesn't have all the tricks and all that. People don't think he's a good player. Dominic Szoboszlai is an elite level midfielder. I've been saying for about 2 years now that he's our version of Valverde. He just is. He's our version of Valverde. No matter how good you think Valverde is or stuff like that. You know, I've seen Valverde play for Real Madrid when he doesn't really contribute to assists or goals, but he's still one of the best players on the pitch. And that's what Szoboszlai is for us. He's the engine in our team, man. He's a fantastic talent and a fantastic player. You know, he's in the attacking box 1 second, and then he's running back and defending on the halfway line the next. You know, he's playing 2 positions in one at the moment, you know, because he has the ability and physical skill to do that. He's a tremendous talent and a tremendous footballer. And I think he's just now everyone's just seeing the signs of that now, the talent that he has got. And, I think Szoboszlai, Szoboszlai's just playing really well at the moment. He's one of the better players in the league right now on form. One of the better midfielders in the league as well. He's having a good game. He should have scored. There's still things about his game where he can improve, and hopefully he will improve in them areas. I think he should have scored when he basically had a pillar shot back to the goalkeeper, didn't he? Probably should have scored from that position. Created a good opening to score as well. Yeah, man, Szoboszlai is different gravy, man. I love the guy. I think he's a tremendous footballer. And I think people are starting to see his real talent and what he means to our football club and how good he actually is to our football club. I rate the guy highly. I really do. Big up Sammy in the chat. Big up TK in the chat. Big up Urim, Connor, Trap Joe in the chat, the King. Big up to you guys as well. Big up Fran, Kingsman, Sammy. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. Be at Maze as well. Facts. I said the same throughout all of last season. Was exactly how Valverde is. It's a great little player. These are the players you need in your team, man. The other person I have to call out here is Ryan Gravenberch, man. The difference Ryan Gravenberch makes to our team. The difference Ryan Gravenberch does to our team is something crazy. He's just a fantastic footballer, man. He's a very, very good footballer. You know, he played sort of a lot deeper on Saturday, still getting forward because he got his goal, obviously. But you see him a lot when he was defending. He was the one picking up the ball in the deepest part of the pitch. He was the one receiving the ball off the centre backs, you know, as the deepest midfielder. And then he was allowed to move forward with the press and get further forward in attacking phases. He's excellent. Ryan Gravenberch is a tremendous, tremendous midfielder. And when he doesn't play, we bloody miss him massively. And there is absolutely no doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt about that. He is a fantastic player. Just got quality about him, can do the job that he's asked to do right now. Now, in the future, would I like him a little bit further forward? Maybe, but I'd still like him coming from that deeper position You know, I've seen people say play Gravenberch further forward. I think you don't get the best out of Gravenberch if his first position is further forward. The reason Ryan Gravenberch is so good is because he arrives from a deeper position. So he arrives in that number 6 position into that number 8 position. If you start Gravenberch further forward in that 8 position, he'll get marked up a little bit more and he'll have less space to run into. I think personally, Gravenberch is perfect in the position he plays. Right now, if you go and get another defensive midfielder that sits next to him, and it allows Grav to play his more natural game with a defensive midfielder next to him, that's fine. But I think the position Grav plays is perfect to how he is. You know, I keep seeing it. Oh, playing further forward. No. His starting position is perfect. Playing that deeper role. Getting the ball off the centre-backs. He's press resistant. He's got the turn on him. He can carry the ball into the danger zones, you know, and then pass it off, you know, and then staying in positions. You know, if you're playing him a little bit further forward and you've got another player receiving the ball off him and the first pass is then from that DM into Gravenberch, I don't think it works as well. I think Gravenberch has to be the first link of the chain in our team. You know, when Gravenberch is not there, our link is missing in our chain. Gravenberch is that link. So, yeah, I think his position is perfect right now. I think his positioning is perfect right now. Obviously, McAllister started the game. Alexis McAllister started the game. As you guys know, when we did the match preview for it, I was pissed that McAllister started. I didn't understand why McAllister was starting. I thought Vert should have started for me. It's not that I was proved wrong, because I thought McAllister had a decent game. I don't think McAllister was outstanding or anything like that. But I thought he had a decent game in that midfield and put a little bit of control there. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up McAllister's ass or anything like that. I just thought he was decent and that was it. You know, he still looked a little bit off it for me, a little bit leggy. When you compare Gravenberch and McAllister's performances, yeah, Gravenberch has been out for a few weeks, comes back first game, and he's like arguably man of the match. McAllister comes in after playing midweek as well and still looks a little bit leggy. So that's where I am at the moment on the McAllister situation. You know, he still looks a little bit leggy to me, a little bit late to challenges, a little bit late to make that final pass. And I look at Gravenberch, he comes back from injury and he looks on it straight away. He's like knocking it about, getting forward, running with the ball, taking players on. Looks a little bit up to speed more than McAllister still, which is a crazy one for me. So, yeah, I think McAllister was decent, but I'm not going to go too overboard with it because I do think he had like a 6 out of 10 performance. But I think Gravenberch had an 8 out of 10 performance, an 8.5 out of 10 performance. Suppose I had like a 9 out of 10 performance. So that sort of carried McAllister through the game, you know. And McAllister was able to be carried through the game without looking out of place. In previous weeks, they're trying to carry McAllister through the game, but he looks completely out of place. This game, he didn't look out of place, but you could see the other two were still carrying him through the game, if that makes sense. So still some question marks on McAllister. No, I hope McAllister finds his legs again. I really do. At the moment, he just doesn't look. He just looks leggy to me. McAllister doesn't look ready. He doesn't look fit still, and that's a little concern to me. We'll get to the Real Madrid game in a minute, but I'll be shocked if McAllister plays against Real Madrid, playing 3 games in a row in a week when he looks a bit leggy. So, yeah, exactly, Connor. Yeah, Grav was a little bit sloppy at times, but he hasn't played in 3 weeks exactly. But he still looked more. He still looked better than McAllister on the day as well, didn't he? So, yeah, big up my man Scraps in the chat, doing well. Big up Sammy. Grav is a serious player. Yeah, Grav is, he's been great, man. He's big up somebody LFC in the chat. Big up Connor as well. Big up Fran. Exactly, it was decent. It's been blown out of proportion, I suppose. That's how bad he's been. Yeah, McAllister's been awful, man. You know, McAllister has been so bad, even when he has a decent, like 6 out of 10 performance, it's going to look like a 9 out of 10 performance just because he's been like a 3 out of 10 all season. So it's still not the McAllister we know and love. He's not there yet. Do I hope he gets back to that? I think we all do, because I think deep down we all really highly rate Alexis McAllister's ability. But at the moment, he's still not there. And I'd be surprised if he plays against Real Madrid for me. I'd be surprised. Now, the other guy I need to talk about, that we've been talking about McAllister all season, how bad, he's been all season, looked a little bit decent against Aston Villa. The other guy I want to give my hat off to is Mo Salah. Now, we've been on at Mo Salah. I think every Liverpool fan has had their say about Mo Salah this season. I thought Mo Salah was really good in this game. I thought he was really good. I've heard some people say that Mo Salah was shit. Look, everyone's allowed their opinions on football and players and all that. Personally, I don't agree. I thought Mo Salah was very, very good. I thought Mo Salah was creating a lot of opportunities for other players. I think he was creating a lot of open space for a lot of players. He had Lucas Digne on toast the whole match. I thought his dribbling was very good. He scored his goal. The one thing about Salah's goal, the one thing about Salah's goal, a lot of people think that goal was easy. Salah made that goal look easier than it actually was. To take that first time on your weak foot at that angle, a lot of players would have taken a touch on their weak foot, A lot of players would have taken because it was on their weak foot and it's an open goal. They don't want to get embarrassed. So a lot of players would have taken a touch first, got it on their stronger foot and then stroked it in the back of the net. To take that first time, and that angle and how quick he had to do it, I thought he made that goal look a lot easier than it is. I don't think a lot of people have spoke about it either, about that goal. Even in commentary, they didn't really speak about it that much because it was an open goal pretty much. But only because the goal's open doesn't always mean it's easy to put the ball in the back of the net. A lot of people miss open goals, man. It's not as easy as it always looks. But yeah, I thought Salah was good, man. I'm not saying like Salah was like the 10 out of 10 Mo Salah we know, but if you think about how bad Mo's been, Mo was very good. Mo's dribbling and take-ons looked better. He had a bit more pace about him in this game. Took his goal well. Got his 250th goal, which is fucking mad, by the way. A right winger for Liverpool is our third top goal scorer of all time. Would anyone believed when we bought Mo Salah 7 years ago that he would go on to be our third all-time goal scorer, only behind Ian Rush and Roger Hunt? There's an argument, can he catch Roger Hunt? I think he's 25 goals away. Is it 25 goals away or 35 goals away from Roger Hunt to become our second all-time goal scorer? If he stays at Liverpool for 2 years, there's a possibility he does that. If he don't, he's going to be our third of all time, which is just an amazing record. No matter what anyone thinks of the man, that is an amazing record. He's now had more GA than Wayne Rooney in the Premier League. Again, it's a great record. Look, Rooney as a footballer was probably a better player than Mo Salah, but to get more GA than, for me, a world-class player in Wayne Rooney is sensational as well. He's Salah's he's a demon with that, man. He's an absolute demon. He's an absolute demon. As a right winger as well, he's got more goals than most strikers have in history. Let that sink in, man. That's just crazy. I believe he's our top goal scorer this season as well. Am I right with that? Is actually Mo our top goal scorer this season? Is he our top goal scorer this season? Not quite sure. Yeah, he's our top goal scorer. In the Premier League, he's got 4 goals and 2 assists. So he's already got 6 GA in the Premier League. So again, again, he's our top goal scorer this season, which is Premier League goals. Mo's on 4 and he's got 2 assists. Ekitike's got 3 Premier League goals. Cody Gakpo's got 3. Ryan Gravenberch's got 3. Chiesa 2. Szoboszlai 1. Kirkes 1. Rio 1. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just reading Premier League. I don't know all over. I'm just looking at Premier League stats, not all competitions. I don't know what all competitions are like. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Hugo might be in all competitions, yeah. Let's have a look. Goals. Go away. Ads. So Ekitike is our top goal scorer in all competitions with 6. And Mo Salah has got 5 in all competitions. In the Premier League, Mo Salah is our top goal scorer in all competitions. Hugo Ekitike is our top goal scorer. Big up Hugo Ekitike, by the way. Big up Hugo Ekitike. Gravenberch is 3rd. Gakpo is 3rd, and then Gravenberch, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai, Chiesa, Andy Robinson. Big up Robbo. Yeah, big up Ekitike, man. What a player he is as well. Going straight onto it. Ekitike, man. What a player. What a player. I love Ekitike, man. Hugo Boss, you know. He's going to be a serious talent. For me, he's Haaland's the best striker in the Premier League by a country mile. No one's ever going to touch Haaland. Haaland might be the greatest goal scorer I've ever seen in English football. He seriously might be. He's the best striker in English football by a country mile. No one's going to touch it, yeah? But right now, I'd actually say Ekitike is probably the 2nd best striker in the league. Right now, I'm not. It might be a bit biased for me. Because he hasn't got the goals. But if you look at Ekitike's playing time, it isn't that high. You know, I think he's only played like 800 minutes or something like that. So he hasn't played a shitload of football in comparison to some. But his all technical ability on the ball, his little flicks and tricks that he does, his arrogance that he's got an eye for goal, he's got an assist on him. Yeah, I personally think he's the 2nd best in the league because no one's touching Haaland. Haaland's just the man's a fucking animal. He's a freak, man. I've never seen anything quite like it since R9, if I'm being perfectly honest. So, yeah, Ekitike's doing bits, man. I love Ekitike, man. I absolutely love him. By the way, don't mean I don't love Isak as well. I think Isak's going to be a super player as well. You know, and I keep seeing Jamie Carragher saying like he still doesn't understand why Liverpool bought Isak and Ekitike. Why are Liverpool the only team in the world that can't have quality in depth, man? Why are we the only team in the world that can't have quality in depth? Do you remember when Inter Milan had Christian Vieri, Recoba, and R9 as their strikers? Did anyone tell Inter Milan back in the day that you couldn't have them, all 3 of them strikers? You're not allowed. Why are Liverpool the only ones who can't have quality? We always moan about. I can guarantee you, if we only bought Ekitike and we didn't buy Isak, Carragher would then moaned about, oh, we should have got Isak when we had the chance as well. You can't win, man. Can't win, man. No, Isak's not available tomorrow, but he could be available, and he can be. He should be available Sunday, but on the bench maybe, and then back after international break. So, yeah. Be up Ravi in the chat, man. Yeah, guys, hit the likes and subscribe if you've not done so already. I appreciate everyone here. Appreciate it. To be fair, Connor, we did buy a centre back, and we tried to buy a second centre back, but it didn't go through. So us not buying a centre back didn't have nothing to do with Isaac, because Isaac was already in the building. We bought Leone, and we tried to buy Gay. So really, buying Isaac had nothing to do with us buying a centre back. And the DM thing, you got to talk to Slot about that, because Slot didn't want a DM. So there we go. We bought Giovanni Leone, and we tried to buy Mark Gay. While Isaac was still at the club, so it didn't affect us going for centre backs when we bought Isaac, to be absolutely fair. So yeah, I'd rather have them all, man. Let me talk about Andy Robbo. As you guys know, I love Robbo. I love the guy. I don't think he was as bad as a lot of people made out last season. I think he was made a bit of the scapegoat at times last season for other people's failings. The problem with Robbo, he's always at the scene of the crime. That was Robbo's problem. He was always at the scene of the crime. But I don't think he was capable for a lot of the crimes last season, defensively at times. I think other people were to blame, and Robbo, because he was there, and it's easier to blame Robbo got the blame for it. Now, I'm also not here saying Robbo is the same Robbo when he was 27, 26, when we had him a few years ago. You know, Robbo's in his 30s now. He's not going to be that player anymore, yeah? He's got a lot of mileage in his legs and stuff like that. But he's still a fantastic player, man. Robbo is still a very, very good left back. He's Liverpool's best left back at the club still now, even with Kirkes here. I think Kirkes is going to be a fine player. Kirkes is only 21. Kirkes doesn't need to be Liverpool's main left back right now. He's got plenty of time to grow and mature to be Liverpool's main left back. But right now, Robbo's the guy. Robbo is still our best left back. So Robbo, for me, should play more. Also, with Robbo, he does... Yeah, exactly, Scraps. This is so true. We saw Van Dijk kick the ball at Robbo's face and it went in our net and everyone blamed Robbo. Exactly. Do you know why? Because it's easier blaming Robbo than it is Virgil. It always has been. The thing with Robbo knows how to play, because Robbo's more mature, you know, and he's been there and done it and seen it, and he's won everything in the game. He's better at adapting to the tactics and the system that Arne Slot wants to play more than Kirkes at that minute. You've got to remember, Kirkes is 21, right? He was at Bournemouth. Bournemouth had a certain style of playing with no pressure. If Bournemouth lost 2 games in a row, nobody's talking about it. Like zero. No one's talking about it. Kirkes could go home at night, check his social media. No one's talking about Kirkes if they lose 2 games in a row at Bournemouth. You lose 2 games in a row at Liverpool, Kirkes checks his social media. Everyone's talking about Kirkes. That is the difference. That is the difference right now. But with Robbo can adapt. Robbo, because he's been there, done it and seen it and won everything, he can adapt. So it's easier for him to adapt to the style that Arne Slot wants to play as a left back than it is Kirkes right now. And I've been saying this since the first day of the season. Robbo should be Liverpool's number 1 left back and bring Kirkes in slowly. This is one of the things I think Arne Slot got wrong at the beginning of the season. He broke up a Premier League winning team and threw too many new players in straight away. They should have actually bided their time to get into this team. I love Wirtz, yeah. I love Florian Wirtz. But Florian Wirtz taking McAllister, Szoboszlai or Gravenberch's position straight away is not correct. You know, that's a Premier League winning midfield. Bide your time. Kirkes should not have come in for Robbo straight away. You know, you've got to bide your time sometimes for these players, and especially the way you want to play. I think Kirkes will be a good player, in my opinion. I think he's got a lot about him, but he's only 21. He doesn't need to play straight away. You know, give him time. Let him learn the way you want to play, like we did with Robbo when we first bought him. Robbo weren't thrown in there straight away, guys. Robbo only got his chance because Moreno got injured. Moreno got injured. We only had Robbo as our other left back, so Robbo got his chance. Yeah, we didn't actually throw Robbo in there straight away. We didn't go, right, Robbo, you go in there, go and do your thing. You know, we waited, got his chance when there was an injury, and then he adapted and played. Fabinho, everyone forgets Fabinho. Fabinho played, I think, straight away, first game of the season or something like that. Looked terrible, took him out of the team. I don't think we saw Fabinho again till the end of October. And he put him back in. Fabinho learnt the way Klopp wanted to play, and then he went from there. I think that's the one massive, massive mistake Slot's made. That's the one mistake Slot's made. He tried to put them all in at the same time and tried to make it gel straight away. And it's not going to gel straight away like that. You know, and that's why you saw a better performance against Villa. Yes, Villa might have been perfect because of their playing style, but you saw a lot of things we haven't been doing all season. You know, like the pressing. The pressing was very good, man. Winning second balls back for once. Stuff like that. Being a bit more defensive, solid in our structure in the middle of the pitch. Yeah. There was a little bit of a difference. I'm not saying there was a huge difference. I'm not sitting there and going, fuck me, that Villa performance is immense. We're back. No, little steps at a time, man. I need to see it against Madrid, and I need to see it against Man City. I need to see it more against Man City than I do Madrid, to be fair, right now. I mean, I'd take a draw against Real Madrid. I really would. But I want to see that kind of performance against Man City, because for me, Manchester City is Haaland FC at the moment. You know, like when Pep Guardiola called Tottenham Harry Kane FC? That's pretty much what Man City are right now. Man City's second top goal scorer is own goals. That's crazy. That's their second top goal scorer for Manchester City right now is own goals. Man City have lost 3 games as well. You can get at Man City. You know, there's still a bit of vulnerability with Man City. You know, but, you know, if you can keep Haaland quiet, I know that's the hardest thing in the world, you probably stop them scoring, you know. So I need to see this performance still pick up in them 2 games coming up this week to really say, yeah, we're back. You know, if we go undefeated in them 2 games, then, yeah, then we might actually be back. But let's wait and see, man. Let's wait and see. Yeah, I thought Robbo was excellent. I thought he was fantastic. For me, Robbo keeps his place. Robbo should play against Real Madrid and he should play against Manchester City because he's got the knowledge. He's got the know-how. He's got the understanding. Yeah. Play him. You know, that's what I want to see. Conor Bradley, I thought was good against Aston Villa as well. That should be Liverpool. I know this is not going to be the most popular, right, of what I'm about to say right now, because I know he's not very popular and not very well liked. But no matter what people think of Conor Bradley, I think Liverpool need to play the same fullbacks week in, week out to get some understanding of how we're meant to play and stop rotating them. So for me right now, my back 4 for the next few games would be Conor Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Robbo. And just keep that back 4 for the next few games. You know, that back 4 kept a clean sheet against Villa. Why change it? Why change a back 4 that kept a clean sheet? That makes no sense to me. Doesn't matter if you rate the players playing, you like the players or whatever it is. They kept a clean sheet. Keep them in, man. I'm not Ramsey's biggest fan. I am not Ramsey's biggest fan. But at the moment, he's our only right back, a healthy right back apart from Ramsey, or I do rate. I was shocked that Ramsey went on the bench against Villa. I don't know why he wasn't. But yeah, keep him in, man. I'm sick of us rotating all the time in the defensive areas. It doesn't make no sense. How are players meant to get any momentum going? So play the same back four. It kept a clean sheet. There's no point changing them. Keep Robbo, Virgil, Canate, and Bradley. And the thing is, Canate knows Bradley because he's played with Bradley before last season, yeah? So it's familiar to Canate, yeah? So play Canate with his partner in Bradley. And Virgil and Robbo have been playing together for fucking years. So they know each other so well. Virgil will know where Robbo's going to be. Robbo will know where Virgil's going to be. So that's a great partnership on the left-hand side. Good partnership on the right-hand side. Play the same back four against Madrid. I'm begging you, Slot. Don't change a back four that kept a clean sheet because that'd be silly, right? I don't want to see Szoboszlai right back. He's our best midfielder. Stop putting him at right back. We've got a right back in Connor Bradley. Do you know what's amazing? When you play players in their natural position, right? No matter the level of that player, the team always looks better. So even if the level of that player isn't great, i.e. like Connor Bradley, but if you're playing them in their natural position, as a team, you're not going to look as disjointed. You're going to look a lot better. So play them. Don't mess around. You don't need to now, Slot. If Slot can take anything, I'm hoping he's listening to the fans here. I hope he's listening to people. Sometimes just keep it as it is. Big up Yasmin in the chat. Keep it as it is. Keep Bradley. Let Bradley keep being him. Keep Robbo. Keep Virgil. Keep Canate. Keep Mamardashvili. By the way, Mamardashvili, you know, I know a lot of people were coming for his neck recently. I don't understand why. He's a quality goalkeeper. That save against Matty Cash was fucking elite. Some of the other saves he made in that game were fucking elite. Yes, he's not Alisson Becker. You know, who the fuck is? He's not got the one-on-one skill of Alisson Becker, but yet again, who actually has in world football right now? You know, it's very, I think it's a little harsh of us sometimes going, you know, Alisson Becker is the best one-on-one goalkeeper in world football. Mamardashvili isn't. So he's not going to be as good as Alisson on one-on-ones. Yeah. So I think sometimes it's a bit harsh for us to compare. But Mamardashvili, again, very good goalkeeper. Very, very good goalkeeper. Starting to get a little bit of confidence about him now. Also, if you keep a back four in front of him that keeps a clean sheet, guess what? Mamardashvili's going to feel a little bit better. You don't rate Connor. How do you not rate? Look, I can't. You can. I'm not going to police your decision, my friend. I just don't understand how you don't rate Mamardashvili. I think he's been excellent. But again, your opinion, man. Your opinion, as always, my friend. But again, if you want to keep giving Mamardashvili confidence, keep the back four in front of him that kept a clean sheet. Because as a goalkeeper, it must be very off-putting when you keep changing the back four week in, week out. Game in, game out, game in, game out. You change the back four. As a goalkeeper, you want a settled back four in front of you. Connection gone. What the hell? There you go, I'm back. You want a settled back four in front of you, man. You know what I'm saying? You want a settled back four. Now, Kelleher's better with his feet. There's no doubt about that. But I think Mamardashvili's a good goalkeeper, man. I think Mamardashvili's younger than Kelleher as well, I believe. You just don't look it. I might be wrong there, but I think they're either the same age or Kelleher's a little bit older. I think Mamardashvili's good at coming out for his crosses as well. He grabs and punches a lot of balls away. The one weakness Mama's got is not great with his feet. I think we all agree with that. We all agree with that. But how good can a goalkeeper be if you keep changing the back four? How confident can a goalkeeper be when you don't change when you keep changing the back four? even Alisson, you know, for me, Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the world, but I have seen Alisson make some horrendous mistakes, yeah. So I'll give Mama a bit of time, man. He's not Alisson Becker, but again, who the fuck is? I do like Mama Dashley, man. I think he's a good goalkeeper, man. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I would be more calm with Kelleher. Is it because you're used to Kelleher? That's the thing. We've had Keller in and out of our team for years, man. We've had Kelleher in our team for years, so we're used to it. Mama Dashley's brand new and he's only played a few games. Be up, Becky. How's the channel going, Becky? I hope the channel's going well. Is there a year difference in it, Trudon? There you go. I knew Mama Dashley was younger, though. I knew he was younger. He just don't look it. He looks a lot older, don't he? Connor, I need to ask you this, my friend. How many games of Jaros have you seen that he's to come to the conclusion that he's better than Mama Dashley? That's all I'm asking there, because I'm interested. That's all I'm interested in. Maldashi is better at crossing, but Keller is better at everything else. I don't know about that. I don't think Kelleher's got better reaction saves. I actually think Marmadashvili's got better reflexes than Kelleher. But I think Kelleher's a quality goalkeeper as well, man. Be up, Colin. Yeah, guys, go and subscribe to Becky's channel. Go and subscribe to Becky's channel if you've not done so already, guys. Hang on. $124 subs now, Becky. Well done. Look at that. Smashing it. Guys, go and subscribe if you've not done so already. I'd appreciate it. I'll put a link in the chat. There we go. Link is in the chat, guys. Go and subscribe to go and subscribe to Becky if you've not subscribed to already. Go and subscribe him. Go and subscribe to Becky if you've not done so already. It gives me Donnarumma vibes. Well, Donnarumma's just been voted the best goalkeeper in the world, so I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, Donnarumma's just been voted the best goalkeeper in the world, so he's giving me them vibes. I hear what you're saying, though. Donnarumma can be good and shit. I hear you. I'm only kidding. Keller is 27 this month, so he's just short of 2 years older. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Kelleher was quite a bit older, man. I thought Kelleher was quite a bit older. Be up, goosed up in the chat. He punches way too much. I think that's the European style of goalkeeping, though, ain't it? I think that's more of the European style of goalkeeping. Yeah, go and subscribe to Becky's channel if you've not done so already. Mike Mannion on a free next summer is something you might not like, guys. I don't think Mike Mannion is that good. I don't actually think he's that good, you know. Big up the Professor. Says, watching you from Mauritius. Big up the Professor, man. Appreciate the love. In the long run, he will be more confident and be more consistent at all round keeping. Yeah, look, he's played a few games here and there in the Premier League this season, so yeah, I've got to give him a bit of time. I think we're so used to Kelleher, who, by the way, is a fantastic goalkeeper himself, you know. But Kelleher wanted to leave, so there's nothing much we could do about it. I don't Yeah, big up Trudon. It's something about about that keeper. I'm not. Yeah, I don't think he's good. I remember when I got told he was the best goalkeeper in the world. Yeah, he's looked suspect for 2 years. He ain't been good, man. I love those. Man, he's terrible, man. Would you take Ruben Neves on free of the Saudi? I like Ruben Neves, man. I do like Ruben Neves. Good footballer. I actually wanted Ruben Neves when he was at Wolves. Yeah, so Robbo, for me, that back four against Madrid and Manchester City should stay the same. No matter if we rate the players, don't like the players, love the players, no matter what, we need a settled back four now. We literally need a settled back four going forward. So, yeah, keep the back four, man. Yeah, same scraps. I think he was a good player, man. I think he was a good footballer. Let's talk about the Madrid game coming up, though. Yeah, man. Big up Eric, big up Alex. Yeah, Robbo's got to start every week, man. Keep the back four the same. Stop changing it. That's what I say. Stop changing that damn back four. Right, let's talk about a player you guys in the chat have been wanting me to talk about, and that's one Cody Gakpo. Yeah, that's what you guys wanted me to chat about, yeah? Cody Gakpo, you know. Is it fair to say that Cody Gakpo is our most frustrating player at the moment? You know, Cody's arguably our most frustrating player at this moment in time. I just, sometimes with Cody, I feel like when Cody's playing well, he plays really well, if that makes sense. But Cody's not got any in between, has he? He's not like, when Mo's playing average, Mo can usually score. Do you know what I mean? That's Mo's level. So if Mo's having a really average game or a poor game, Mo Salah can still score. If Cody's having a poor game, I just don't see Cody doing anything in a game, and Cody comes so frustrating. Oh my god! Right, why does this keep unconnecting? Hopefully, we're still live. Yeah, Cody just is so frustrating, man. He is so frustrating. It's unreal at times. And he does kill a lot of attacks. He does. Now, maybe the reason he plays because he can hold the ball up with a long diagonal or something like that. Maybe that's why he plays a lot. He can. He's not like a Diaz. Diaz is obviously a far better footballer. But Cody, Cody used to be a decent finisher as well. He's lost his finishing. He tries too much now. He tries too much at times, but he's our third top goal scorer this season, Cody. And, I always take goal scorers, then, pretty on the eye footballers. I've always been that way. Give me a goal scorer over a dribbler any time of the week. But he's just frustrating. He's just really frustrating. And I see a lot of the shouts of Wirtz playing left wing. I hear a lot of shouts about playing Wirtz on the left wing because right now, I keep saying it in the midfield. For whatever reason it is, Arne Slot loves McAllister. Szoboszlai and Gravenberch cannot be dropped from that midfield. Like, they are the two most important midfielders we got. I think we probably all agree with that, yeah? Is Szoboszlai and Gravenberch. And the manager absolutely loves McAllister. He absolutely loves McAllister. Absolutely loves him. So you wonder, where does Wirtz play in this system? Where does he play now? does the manager actually rate Florian Wirtz? Because Florian Wirtz has missed a lot of games. He's not started 4 massive games in the Premier League now, and he hasn't started 1 in Champions League. I think there's 5 games this season already so far that our massive midfield signing hasn't started. He plays an unfit McAllister from the start more than he plays Wirtz. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Tells me he rates McAllister over Wirtz in that midfield. You know, Curtis Jones starts sometimes, you know, in that midfield more than Wirtz does. I think we really need to start playing Wirtz off the left. And I believe K-Mac said this as well. You know, if you're going to play Robbo at left back, I think Robbo and Wirtz suit each other on the left. I absolutely do. I think they would suit each other more than Kirkes and Wirtz on the left-hand side. Because Wirtz would cut in. I think Wirtz cutting in from the left, he would do it better than Cody Gakpo right now. I think Wirtz will cut in. And if he cuts in, he would drive into the box. Where Cody, if you notice when Cody cuts in, he never drives into the box. He plays on the outside of the box still. Where I think Wirtz would cut in and drive into the box. And once you drive into the box, defenders have to be more careful about fouling you and bringing you down and stuff like that. Yeah, you've got to try and get Wirtz into this team and work out a position for him. He likes to play off the left. He likes to drift to that left-hand side. Now, if Arne Slot is any kind of manager, we think he is, guys, right? Even if he didn't want Wirtz, yeah? Even if Arne Slot, you know, like Tony says in the chat, it was more of a Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes signing, yeah? And they told Slot to make it work. A lot of managers would make Slot work, would make Wirtz work. You know, I think at the moment we're making Florian Wirtz look like a laughing stock when Florian Wirtz is actually a quality footballer. Florian Wirtz is a quality footballer. I'm not going to sit here and rewrite history and pretend. In the summer, everyone wanted this guy because he's a quality footballer. I think he's still a quality footballer, but we're making him look shit because I don't know if Slot knows how to get the best out of him. I don't think Wirtz knows he knows how to get the best out of Wirtz right now. And that's a little worry for me. And when I say play Wirtz out in the left wing, I don't mean as an actual left winger. I'd play him on that right out there as like a free role, if that makes sense. You know, as in a free position on that left-hand side. You know, where he can roam around and won't have as many responsibilities as he would be if you played him in that middle of midfield. You know, where Cody Gakpo's a left winger, his starting position would be on the left-hand side, but I'd use Robbo as the width on that left-hand side and let Florian Wirtz roam and have a free role in that left-hand side of the pitch. You know, let him have less defensive duties. You know, use him as that spare man. That's what we've not been doing. We should be using Florian Wirtz as that spare man in attack, because that spare man in attack then has the room to do the work that you need him to do. You know, what we're doing, we're trying to use Florian Wirtz in build-up. That's not what Florian Wirtz wants to do. You don't want to use Florian Wirtz in build-up like that. You want Florian Wirtz used as that spare attacking man who can do a bit on the ball, who can take players on, dribble past players, assist and score. We're using him as build-up as a midfielder right now, and that don't suit his game at all. It don't suit his game at all. So Slot, even if he didn't buy him, he's been given an absolute gem. And he's got to try and make that absolute gem work. He's got to make that gem work because he's a gem of a footballer. Absolute gem of a footballer. And he's got to go out there and try and make that work. And I hope he does, man. Wurzel's left-sided 10 for Leverkusen. Yeah, exactly. I think you can set it up with Gravenberch as the behind and Wirtz as the attacking left. Szoboszlai is attacking right. Gravenberch behind. And play that way as well. I think you can. There is ways of getting Wirtz into this team and making him look good. There's no doubt about that. There is absolutely no doubt about that. It can work. I've got no shadow. It's just up to the manager to make it work. But right now, you know, I think for Leverkusen, Wirtz played false 9 quite a bit and that left attacking 9, didn't he? Left attacking 10 position. So, yeah, Slot's got to find a way of making it work because we've got a diamond of a footballer there, man. Be out Pavan. Be out Goosed man. But as you say, I'm not too concerned because Wirtz is here for the long term, like Gustav said. He's here for the long term, you know. He's not here for one season. Be out Connery says, Grav, Szoboszlai and Jones in the midfield, Wirtz left wing. Yep. Yeah, Curtis Jones is a baller, man. He should be in that midfield conversations. But right now, you can't get Wirtz into this team because I can't be, you know, as much as McAllister I don't think was great, that midfield worked against Villa. It got it was pressing, it kept a clean sheet. Do you really want to go and change that back four and midfield against Real Madrid? For me, it makes no sense. Go back, play it again. Go back to it. They had just had a good game, kept a clean sheet. Play the same back four and the same midfield against Real Madrid, but play Wirtz left wing instead of Cody Gakpo because I don't know what Cody Gakpo's done in the last few weeks to really cement his place like he can't be dropped. I'd rotate Cody out. I'd put Wirtz left wing. I'd keep the midfield and the centre and the back four exactly the same as it was against Villa. And then I'd play Salah, Ekitike and Wirtz as my front three against Real Madrid. That's what I do. Be against the boss. I'll take Wirtz at Arsenal as a ball boy here. Cheeky sod. I better hope it works in against Madrid. You know what I'm saying, Scraps? It just... There's no point changing a winning side, is there? Let them play, man. Let them play. Let a winning side play. Do you know what I mean? Because if he changes it up and loses, what we going to say? Like, you know what I mean? It's just let them play. Let them play. The Real Madrid game's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. Gainesville says, I can see Man United thrashing Liverpool 5-0 at the weekend. You know, Haaland's worst record in the Premier League is against Liverpool. But guys, let's see. The Madrid game's going to be mad. I'm going to be live on YouTube, guys, tomorrow, an hour before kickoff. And then we're going to go to Big Up for the watch along, guys. So that's what we're going to do. That's the plan for tomorrow. We're going to go on YouTube for the hour before kickoff. Go through the team and all that. Talk about the game. Get in the pre-match mood. And then before kickoff, we're going to jump to my Big Up channel and do the watch along on my Big Up channel. Remember, on my Big Up channel, when you're doing the watch along, you can also play along as you watch along with the new bet-in accumulators that they have in place on Big Up now, which if you're not sure about that, I'll give you more information about that tomorrow, where you can actually win money while watching the watch along tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll talk more about that tomorrow. Make sure you join in on it. It's going to be good. And, yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Going to go and have my dinner now. And, guys, I'll be back tomorrow around about 6:30. I'll go live about 6:30, do the pre-match, do the lineups, and then we're going to the Big Up for the kickoff. So big up to you guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Anything you want to say, leave it in the comments below the video. I'll get back to you in there as well. Much love to everyone. Make sure you like and share and subscribing. Till then.